So the game I'm playing today is called Absolute Drift Zen Edition, or just Absolute Drift, because that's what it used to be known as prior to 2016, not to mention it's still referred to as Absolute Drift on Steam. Depends on your preference, I guess. But this is a racing game, well, not really a racing game, but a driving game nonetheless, focused entirely around the art of drifting. Now what exactly is drifting, you may ask? Well, it's the act of oversteering your car on purpose so that it goes into a power slide and then counter-steering so that it maintains that power slide. That is a very strong oversimplification as to what drifting actually is, but you'll get a much better idea as to what the game is about when I start playing it. Now, if you've been following my channel for at least a few years now, you may recall that I have in fact played this game before. If you don't remember, I played a very early alpha version of this game back in 2014. Because the game was still very early in development at the time, the version I played was mostly incomplete. From what I can remember, it only featured a few levels that you can mess around in, but there was no overall objective. It was more like a score attack game. I found this early version of the game on GameJolt. As a matter of fact, I think it was featured on the very front page of GameJolt itself because of how popular it was becoming at the time. However, I didn't keep up with the game's development at all over the next 4 years. Eventually, the game was made into a commercially released product and was officially released on Steam in 2015. And then in 2016, the Zen Edition was released, which is just a huge update to the base game, and it was released for free, so if you already owned Absolute Drift, this update would install automatically and your game would become the Zen Edition. Absolute Drift itself was developed by an indie studio known as Fun Selector Labs, and the Zen Edition in particular was co-developed by Flip and Fly, whom you may know as the same developer behind Race the Sun, another game I covered on my channel in the past, not like that's important in the slightest though. So I'm really excited to get back into this. I haven't played Absolute Drift in a really long time. Now I do need to admit though that I have played the game off screen before recording. I didn't play through the entire game because there's a vast amount of content that has been added since the 2014 alpha build was released. But I'm just gonna get into it and show you guys what it's all about. I do need to make one small note though. I disabled the in-game music, and the reason why I did that is because I'm not sure if the music was created specifically for the game. I'm inclined to believe that it wasn't. I believe it might have been used with permission from the original artists. Again, I don't know that for sure, but I don't feel like taking any risks. Anyhow, we're gonna get started here. So we have two main modes to select from. We have free roam and events. We're gonna go to free roam for now, which is kind of like the main story of the game, despite the fact that this game doesn't really have a story. Now, because I have already begun it off screen, the opening cutscene's not going to play, but all you really need to know is that when you begin free roam for the first time, there's this cutscene that plays where a Buddha statue rises out of the ground. He gives you a lecture on the history of drifting. It's a very brief history though. He informs you that drifting originated in Japan after some race car driver got incredibly drunk or something, and then he couldn't drive in a straight line and he just began power sliding all over the place. Specifically, he drank too much sake or sake. I have no clue what that is, but I assume that's some sort of like Japanese beverage, maybe alcoholic. I have no clue. I know very little about Japanese culture, but that's basically how drifting came into existence, and then he sends you on your way to become the ultimate drifting master. But then I don't think you ever see him again after that, and because it is called free roam, well, you're free to roam around the world. The game consists of 5 worlds in total, and each world is connected to each other, so there's no loading times in between worlds. Anyway, let's actually begin driving here. So, you use the arrow keys to drive around here, and yeah, this car is very loose as you can see. So, the way you properly drift is by turning very gently and then counter-steering, and then as you can see, you can get into a bit of a slide. You can leave some skid marks into the ground, and I believe these will disappear after a while. I mean, they're not really important for anything, but just to show you where you last were. You don't want to hit the wall, of course. Crashing into walls does not damage you, but as you'll see in the later levels, it's still not a very good thing to crash into them. Also have a nice green car here, as you can see. The car is not normally green, but you can change the paint later on. You can select your difficulty right here. I decided to set it to medium, so I'm not gonna bother changing that again because I'm pretty content with that. There's a tip right here that says, spinning out, use less throttle. So the main focus of this game is to not use that much throttle. It says what you want to do in order to be able to perform a nice smooth drift is, I think, by using as little throttle and as little steering as possible. I'm kind of getting it right here. I mean, this game is pretty hard to play with a keyboard. I was horrible when I was playing the alpha version of this game back in 2014. Like, I could barely control my car. I felt like I have gotten the hang of it now, but it's still kind of hard. We are going to go to the tutorial level. What that 4 out of 5 thing you see in the corner are the objectives that I've completed for the levels. So each level has 5 different objectives that you need to fulfill in order to actually beat it. These objectives don't have to be fulfilled in order for you to advance to the next world, but if you want to truly beat the game, then you have to complete them. These event objectives, as they're known, were only added in the Zen edition, so they weren't in the game originally. So we're gonna get into the tutorial here. So yeah, it says reach a 10 times multiplier. I think that's the only objective that I failed to achieve here when I was playing this off screen. But yeah, so what we want to do here is that we just want to try and drift around the circle. Want to get a little bit of a donut going. Want to try and do some donuts. Okay, I'm applying a little too much throttle. So the way this works is that you'll earn a multiplier as you keep on drifting, and you'll also earn points. You can stop your drift for up to 10 seconds before you lose the multiplier. You also lose the multiplier by crashing into walls too hard. If you just lightly tap a wall, that won't cause you to lose your multiplier, but if you like slam into it, then it's gone. And all the points that you've accumulated so far are added to your point total. Like I did right there, even though that wasn't like a very hard tap. See, that's the thing that I don't really understand though, because it seems to be very inconsistent, at least to me. Because I've had some instances where I was playing this off screen, where I did like collide with the wall very hard, but I didn't lose my multiplier. In fact, there was one level where I did it like 3 times in a row, and I was able to keep my multiplier going. Other times I just lightly tap the wall and I lose it, so doesn't seem to be consistent. Yeah, I almost got the 10 times multiplier, but then I had to tap the inside circle, unfortunately. But that's okay, we can just continue on for now. Yeah, try out manual gearing for better control. Not gonna try that, I just have automatic gearing for now. I'm perfectly okay with that. And then we're gonna go on to the bonus blocks tutorial, which I have managed to complete all of the objectives for. This is one of the easiest tutorials because it just says smash a certain amount of bonus blocks, which is incredibly easy. You don't even need to drift in order to hit these, in order to completely obliterate these. You can just drive through them if you want. I mean, there's no strike against you for simply driving through them. Of course, it would be a lot better. Like, it would be a lot more useful, a much greater benefit to you if you just drifted into them, because that way you're sliding your car around, like you're throwing the body of your car directly into the cube, so that way you can hit more of them. But yeah, these are just tutorial levels, just trying to introduce you to the main mechanics. I believe these bonus blocks were in the old alpha version, so I believe these were carried over. One thing that I do remember from the old alpha is that it was possible to fall off the levels, and if you fell off a level, that would just end it immediately. Like, it would end the stage. But if I remember correctly, you didn't receive any points at all if you fell off the level. You had to be on the ground and wait until the time ran out for your score to even count. Also, how did I only get like 3,000 points from that? Actually, how did I only get 7,000 when I played this before? It was interesting too, because in the alpha version, it was almost like the levels were floating high in the clouds. Like, I believe there were actually clouds that you could fall through. Like, if you did somehow manage to fly off the level, you just fall through the clouds to your doom. But in this version, the clouds have been replaced with water, so all of the levels have essentially been converted into islands. So that's it for the bonus blocks tutorial. Then we have the clipping points tutorial over here. Okay, the game just froze there for a moment. These objectives are not the hardest either, just complete a certain number of clipping points and score 5,000. Yeah, so drift close to the poles, more speed equals more points, but they also said that it's not about speed, it's mostly about control. That's really what it is, but it's sometimes really hard to control this thing. You gotta be delicate with it. You have to be one with the car. You'll have to learn how to control it, how to control it delicately. Oh god, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing at all. Not what I'm supposed to be doing at all. You don't want to be scraping the wall either, because if you're going too fast, you're just gonna end up doing that. You want to try and get away from it, is what you're supposed to do. So what you're doing here is that you have to try and drift close to the poles in order for this to count. Yeah, you can't be drifting in the middle of them though. You have to get like really close to them, like that. See, and then you hear the little chime, and that means you got it. You successfully accomplished the clipping point right there, and you can go in any direction you desire. There is no wrong direction to go in this level in particular. Yeah, I got about 4 of them right there though. You know what? I'm gonna try that again because I feel like I can do that a lot better. At least get the 5 clipping points objective completed, because you do need to complete all of these objectives in order to get like the 100% completion, including the tutorial levels. Don't really need to be in that much of a drift in order to do this. Oh god, what was I even doing there? Yeah, you can knock the poles down as well. This game does have physics simulation, although I feel like it's a little bit wonky. At least when you're flying through the air, because you can actually get airborne in this game. In fact, there's an achievement you can obtain for being in the air for a certain period of time. I at least got the 5 clipping points objective fulfilled. Okay, I don't understand how that didn't work. Come on. Gotta be the drifting master. Okay, yeah, I barely even drifted. Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes you can be barely drifting and it'll still count. Again, a lot of the mechanics in this game seem to be very inconsistent. Like, sometimes they work, other times they don't, and I don't get it. I do not get it at all. For now, we're just gonna finish that, though. Yeah, it says, if you are actually crashing a lot, it will show you this, this tooltip right here. It's not about speed, it's about control. But then they go and say things like more speed, more points. So now we're in World 1. Now, in order to unlock the other worlds in this game, you don't actually need to complete event objectives, you have to complete missions. There's various objects scattered throughout the world that you have to drift around, and once you successfully drift around them, then you've completed that mission. However, I've completed all of the missions in this area already, so World 2 is already unlocked to me. So that's basically how you progress in this game. It's all about finding certain objects to drift around. If there's a mission that you have to fulfill, then just drift around them and eventually you'll be able to move on. Like I said, the event objectives are not required. They're only required for 100%ing the game, but for actually progressing to the other worlds, then no, you don't need to worry about it. Also, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between all of the difficulties. I don't know if maybe the event objectives are easier. They probably are, but I don't feel like checking it out right now. I'm just worried that if I do change the difficulty, like, it'll reset my progress, so I just don't feel like risking it. I have completed all the missions here, though, so there's nothing else for you to see here. So instead, we're gonna go to one of the drift levels right here, Hamamatsu. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. So these little circles right here, these little dots, these are called drift lines. I need to perform like 2 of these perfectly, and oh my god. Okay, well that was pretty good. That wasn't perfect though, but that was pretty nice attempt right there, because I can never seem to get these down correctly at all. Also, I'm just spinning out. These levels in particular don't have a time limit. Yeah, if you're moving in the wrong direction, it'll also tell you, and then I think after about 5 seconds, it will just reset you. Or you could just try to drift. You could just try to get the highest score. But I mean, there are event objectives that you need to fulfill too, so I mean, if you are going for 100% completion, you have to do this. You have to get the other stuff down. I also really like how the score just shakes. It just shakes like there's an earthquake. And then eventually it just breaks your multiplier and adds all those points to your score. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty good. Times 6 multiplier. Okay, wow, it's already done. I didn't even realize. Yeah, so you're just doing 3 laps around that. Score 20,000 drift line points, complete 2 perfect drift lines, and then reach 10 times multiplier again. I already did all the other stuff. I don't really feel like doing that again, so we'll just move on to the next one. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 turns once, but I fear the man who has practiced 1 turn 10,000 times. Now, something that is new in the Zen edition are midnight events, which are supposed to be more challenging levels. They take place at night, and you have to complete a certain number of event challenges in order to unlock them. As you can see, the World 1 midnight event is currently locked, because I just need to complete 2 more event challenges. I already unlocked the World 2 midnight event. There's only 1 midnight event for each world in the game, and there's only 5 in total. We'll go to the Kobe drift track next. Do a 5-second drift. I want to see if I can try and do that. It's a little bit more difficult to do it on this track because this is not an oval. It's not an oval track. I also don't understand why there's so many like fighter jets here. Here we go. Yeah, there's some clipping points right there. Not even sure how I managed to get through that one because it barely looked like I even drifted around it. But yeah, this looks pretty similar to the alpha version of Absolute Drift, at least in terms of art style. There's definitely a vast array of content that's been added since I played it. So it's definitely an improvement over the original, but it's still the absolute drift that I remember playing 4 years ago, just with more content. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I'm still as bad as it as ever, although I feel like I have improved slightly over time. But then again, the last time I even played the alpha version was like more than 4 years ago, because I only played it once. So even if I did practice a lot, I would still be pretty rusty, I would say. Still can't get these drift lines down perfectly, but yeah, as you can see, what I'm doing here is that I'm trying to go into a power slide, and then I'm trying to counter steer, like try steering in the other direction so that I don't spin out. I need to maintain my speed here too, because if I put too much throttle, then that's what's going to cause me to spin out, so I'm trying to find the perfect balance between it, and it's not working out for me. Something that is also new is that you can view replays. There's even ghosts. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. The world record ghost. Who exactly is the world record ghost here? Am I even... Wait, did he even appear? Oh, here he is. Okay, why didn't he appear the last time? Alright, what exactly did you do in order to get through this? Wow. Alright. Yeah. You have... My god, you have way better control over your car than I do, buddy. Holy crap. This guy's probably been practicing for a while. Yeah, I mean, there is no time limit, so you can just take as long as you want. The guy's going a lot slower than me, but oh my god, yeah. This guy knows what he's doing. This guy knows what he is doing. Holy crap. Yeah, he knows what he's doing a lot better than I do. Good god. Yeah, and like I said, the cars don't take damage at all, so don't worry about crashing into the wall so many times. Your car does not break down. Yeah, you're pretty damn good at this. You almost crash into the tires, though, but... Oh, well, he almost spun out right there. Okay, yeah, well, I'm not surprised to see that there are, like pro-level players of this game here. Just gotta get very good control. I mean, I did try playing this with my PlayStation 4 controller off-screen, but... I don't feel like the game is more or less challenging with it. It's still hard to control with an analog stick. Wow, my CPU is just getting destroyed right now. I'm not sure if it has to do with the car being on screen or what, but okay then. Yeah, so I feel like a peasant now. Oh yeah, there is a handbrake as well. I forgot about that. How do I initiate the handbrake? Is it spacebar? Yeah, it seems like it is spacebar. Hang on a second. Let me try this out here. Try out the handbrake. Whoa, hello. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so maybe that can come in handy as well. Yeah, there's some ramps over here as well, by the way. This is how you can become airborne. Hang on, look at this. Watch this. Check this out. Jump over the plane. Perform some flips. Some flips. I mean, I didn't land that, so that wasn't too great. Oh, but yeah, you can perform some serious flips, some serious tricks. Got some of those, like, sideways somersaults, or diagonal somersaults, as I like to call them. For some reason, you leave skid marks in the air, which I don't understand. Actually, I think that's also another feature that was carried over from the alpha version. Yeah, you know, you just leave skid marks in the air because that's how gases work. Totally an accurate representation of physics. Now, you also have a garage over here, and the garage is where you can customize your car. Yeah, there was also that paint area that you might have seen before, and it turned my car to, not just a different color, but also like a different paint scheme. And the garage is just a place where you can go to do it manually, so every time you unlock a new world, you also unlock a new car. So you have the original, which is the default car that you get. This one was also in the alpha version, if I remember correctly. You also have the super, and you have Das Whip, you know, like a German supercar. I'm not sure if these are based on real-life cars or not. They probably are, but I wouldn't know because I barely know anything about cars. It's not like I'm really that interested anyway. This kind of reminds me of one of the cars from Need for Speed Underground. Speaking of which, I really should make a video of that at some point. That was like one of my favorite racing games growing up. So you can change the colors of your car. You can change them from white, blue, gray, noir, you know, just a fancier word for black. My god, the rims are the same color as the car. Looks even less realistic. Orange, green, yellow, and pink. I'll just switch it back to green for now. And then you also have the different paint schemes. Now, I believe the paint schemes are different for each individual car. Like, each car has their own paint schemes that you can select from. Like, the original has blank, camo, Rising Sun, and Carbon Hood. The Super has Blank, Rasta Stripes, Rising Sun, and just regular stripes. And then Das Whip has Das Motherland, you know, just German stripes. Das ist Fast, which I think might be like the Netherlands. I'm not entirely sure. And then you have Das Camo, which is just the camo skin again. I think I'll just go with this one for now just because I like the design. Well, actually, no. The colors don't really go that well with it. Maybe I'll just set it to camo for now. So then you can just move on from that, because we don't need to stay there, we can just continue on. Then we have the donuts tutorial. Only one I didn't complete here is reach a 3x multiplier. But you have these circles that you just spin around. I'm not sure if these were in the, oh, we have the world record guy again, I guess. I'm not sure if these were in the alpha version of Absolute Drift, but they look familiar to me though, so I almost feel like they might be. Okay, there we go, I got the 3x multiplier, so I completed the whole level then. Alright, yeah, so this one is just really simple. You just drift around the circles. Don't crash into them though, because that will reset your donut progress and you have to perform another one. You'll notice that the circle slowly fills up with red, indicating your progress. Once it fills up with red entirely, then you'll earn about either 10,000 or 10,000 or 15,000, sorry, depending on your multiplier, I believe. But then as you can see, they become deactivated for a short while, so then you have to move on to the other one. Not sure how well this guy is doing over here. Maybe I will just keep you enabled for the time being. Yes, you don't even really need to drift around them. You can just drive around them and it'll cause them to fill up. Alright, 71,000 points. I mean, what was your world record? Can I actually see? Okay, hang on. View the leaderboard. 90, wait, no, that's my rank. Hang on. Top 8. 3 million points? I mean, I guess that does seem realistic, because the way you can keep your multiplier going is by simply drifting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anyone cheating. Like, there's not really, any, like, large discrepancies in the scores here. Okay, how about we just... Yeah, we can just look at the individual replays. So what exactly do you do here? Do you just drift? God, there's like no sound whatsoever, not even sound effects. Yeah, it looks like he just constantly drifts around them. Yeah, as long as he doesn't crash into anything, then he's gonna get like a lot of points here. What does H do? Oh, it just removes the HUD. Up arrow? Oh, you have different camera angles to choose from. Okay, well, one camera angle to choose from. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's like a flyby camera right here. Like some sort of chase camera, you know, the ones that chase you from like a far angle, like from very far away. I know that some other racing games have a similar camera angle. Yeah, he's just drifting around the donuts. That's all he's doing. Okay, well that's pretty cool and all. That's cool and all. I got 19,021. Well, at least I know that there are people who have done worse than me, so that I at least have something to feel good about. Okay, cool. Let's finish that. You know, even though I sucked a lot of balls at this game before, I still am really glad that I got to play this again. Because I miss playing this game, even though I wasn't good at it. It was still like one of my most favorite games from Game Jolt. I'm glad that it got turned into a commercial product. I'm glad it saw the light of day. Because it's a pretty damn good game. Not gonna lie. The HUD is definitely different though, because the HUD used to look a lot different when I first played it. What is that? Is that like a minivan or something? I'm not even sure. Yeah, so spin inside the boxes. So what we do here is that we get in these boxes and then we just have to, we have to back up. We have to kick it into reverse while still spinning around. And then we just fill up the boxes like that. Let me try and demonstrate this a lot better. Sometimes you can just do it by staying in the box or just driving into it. Kick it into reverse and then just start drifting around and doing a burnout like an idiot, and you just fill up the boxes like that. Okay, let me try emulating what this guy is doing here. We're doing some drifting while going through the boxes. Wait, he's not going through the other one, though. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Like, I hit the wall pretty hard. I didn't lose my multiplier, though. That's what I mean, guys. It's inconsistent. I don't understand. I don't understand the slightest. But that's all you really need to know about that. Just a pretty simple tutorial. Go in reverse, do some donuts, and fill up the box, and you'll get some points. They don't give you as many points as the donuts, though, so maybe go for the donuts first. And we're just gonna move on from that. So, now we're in World 2 right here, and we've got plenty more tracks to try out. Oh, Yokohama. I don't believe I tried out this one yet, actually. You know what I think I'm going to do instead? I'm gonna try out one of the GYMKHANA tracks. Because I don't believe I've tried any of those out yet. Yeah, one that I actually, like basically destroyed, obliterated, eviscerated, Completely annihilated. So the GYMKHANA levels are just levels where you're trying to get the most amount of points. So they have different obstacles right here, as you can see. Like, they have the bonus blocks that you can ram into. I have no idea how I only, like, destroyed one of them right there. Got the clipping poles, also have the boxes and the donuts. Let's go and get some points here then. Oh god, get away from the wall, please. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna drive right into the wall, but I still have my multiplier. Hang on. Don't lose it yet. Okay, never mind. I still lost it anyway. Well, at least I got the donut. That's good enough then. That's good enough then. What is this guy over here doing? He's just drifting around the place like an imbecile. Well, I'm gonna try and do that too then, in that case. Yeah, that does just fill up the squares by just drifting into it. Well, get the clipping pole too. There we go, I actually got it. Whoa, hang on a second, boys and girls. I kinda got a thing going right here. Whoa, hang on. Hang on, we got something going. We got something going, guys. Oh, there we go. I got the hang of it. Or, I think I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, yeah, I'm putting too much throttle on it. Oh, there we go. Multiplier master, because I got 15. Oh my god, yeah. Well, all I was really doing was trying to get that achievement. But how about we just keep it going? How about we just keep it going? Yeah, by the way, if you crash into a wall, then you don't lose all your points. All your points do get added. It's just your multiplier disappears. Here, get a 20. Get a 20. There we go. Nice. Oh god, that's too hard. Well, somehow I didn't lose it though. Hang on, boys and girls. Keep it going until the end. Keep it going until the end. I've learned the secret. I learned the secret to becoming a drifting master. Oh my god, yes. It's so smooth. So smooth as butter. Get the 25. Yes. Oh my god. That's amazing. Wow. How many points did I get from that? 1.8 million. I got 2 achievements, good skills, mad skills. And 1,404. Still a bunch of people who did way better than me, but damn, I'm glad about that. That was impressive. I'm proud of myself. I'm not even sure how I did that, but okay. Destroyed the GYMKHANA. I mean, I guess the squares and the donuts are good for getting multiple points, but maybe it's not required. Maybe it's just all about drifting. Gotta practice the art of drifting. Yeah, over here you can just jump across the water. It is possible to fall into the water, though, which I guess I will demonstrate right here. Just go up, fall into the drink, and you're gone. If for some reason it teleports you all the way over here. There is also the option to reset your car, and conveniently it resets you right in front of the ramp, so you can just go and do it again. Let's try a real jump this time. There we go. Just flying through the air. Very good indeed. Yeah, the game's soundtrack is also somewhat dynamic. Damn it, I still didn't land it though. The game's soundtrack is somewhat dynamic because the sound effects fade away when you're in the air. So I do like that. Got those nice little, like, dynamic sound effects. So I want to show you guys one of the midnight events. So the one that I unlocked in World 2 in particular is all the way over here. I think it's all the way in the corner, right? Yeah, it's all the way in the corner right over here. Got 3 of the events completed for this one. You need to complete all 5 of them if you want to get another achievement. But the way these work is that they're basically night races. There's only 1 lap to complete right here because this one has a start and an end. It's kind of like a hill climb track, if you could even call it that. Okay, what's the yellow guy doing over here? Follow me. Follow my lead. Oh god, I just completely went past that. I did pretty well right here. I got like a 13 times multiplier that I was somehow able to complete, because this was the level that I crashed into the wall like 3 times on, and I still didn't lose the multiplier. Okay, stop scraping the wall, please. Good lord. There we go, got my headlights. Can I turn my headlights on or off? No, it doesn't seem like I can. Doesn't seem like there's any way to do that. Come on, I was drifting there. You know it. You know I was. You saw it with your own eyes. Oh god, okay, I'm doing really bad here. I did get a fairly decent score on this one before. Okay, I just spun out. Come on. Get back in the other direction. Yeah, it doesn't matter if this guy goes past me. We're not in a race here. We're not trying to battle for first place. We're just trying to battle for points. And my god, that was horrendous. No, I'm gonna try that again. I was not pleased by that performance. Yeah, and then for some reason, I don't know why it does this, but whenever you restart the level, like when you're attempting it a second time, it doesn't initiate the countdown, and I'm not sure why it does that. Because I always think that it's going to count down before I begin, but then it doesn't, and I just wind up losing precious time as a result. Here, I need to try and get like a drift going right here on the straightaways, because this track is very curvy. There's a lot of curves, a lot of very like tight, delicate turns. that you need to make right here. Well, a lot of very little turns. You don't have to turn that much, but you want to try initiating a drift during the straightaways, like the very tiny straightaway sections, like this right here. But you want to get away from the wall. I was doing this a lot better when I was playing this off screen, I swear. That was kind of a better performance that time. Still not the greatest. You have to get 200,000 in order to complete the event objective for that. The score event objective. Here, let's see if I can, like, try and get the... Oh, wow, I just went past it. I just went to the outside of it, that's the problem. Here we go. Maybe I won't get it this time. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go! Oh, nice! Very nice indeed. I like how they make little noises, too, when you drift over them. Nice, got a perfect drift line. Very good, and I got an achievement for that as well. Nice, I'm proud of myself that time. Proud of myself that I was finally able to get that done, because I was trying to do that off screen. It's not easy, okay? Absolute Drift is a pretty difficult game. You gotta learn how to properly control your car here, that's the key. And besides, like I said, driving games are not the easiest to play on a keyboard. Neither are they the easiest to play on a controller. Okay, this will probably still give me the 200,000 though. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's all I was trying to contend for anyway. Yeah, see, my best is like 348,000. Real quickly, I could try going to World 3 just to show you guys some of the missions that you can complete. Yeah, here we go. How about I just go over here? I want to try showing you guys the mission objectives. Yeah, so drift between the lamp and wall. So these are basically what the missions consist of. So it just tells you to drift between certain objects, and once you manage to accomplish it, then, well, you'll complete the mission. It's as simple as that. You don't have to do anything, like, too crazy or complicated. Drift between the lamp and the wall? Well, we did it right there. Oh god, there's 23 missions? Yeah, you know what? We'll try completing all the missions in World 3, and then I think after that we'll end it. We'll end the video. Come on, land it, please. Oh god, did I land, like, right on top of the cube? Yeah, I did. And now I'm stuck. Great. Oh wait, no, I'm not stuck. I got free. I freed myself. Okay, not the cleanest jump, but I still accomplished a mission. Jump over the building. Whoa, Nelly. That still counts. I mean, I went off to the side. There we go. Landed it that time. Yeah, those little plus signs that are rotating, you have to find 5 of these. Those also qualify as a mission. So you have to find 5 of those objects hidden around the world. When you find all 5 of them, that counts as a mission complete. Donut the train cars. Yeah, so we have to perform a donut around the train cars, that's basically what it's saying. Or, you know, we could just drive around them, because apparently that counts too. Don't really have to be in a drift. Of course, don't collide with the train cars, because that will reset your progress. You know how this works if you played the GYMKHANA tracks already. There we go, very nice. Cool. Drift between the trains, this should not be too bad. Oh god, I went too far. I drifted a little too late that time. That was my fault. I initiated the drift a little too late. Here we go. There, nice. Did a little bit better that time. Spin between the containers. So again, we're just gonna perform another, like, backspin right over here. So we just go over this way. Oh, I can't even see the percentage because it's hidden behind one of the containers. Oh, well, I can see it a lot better right there. Okay, well, there we go. We still did it. 6 of them complete. Donut the lamp. Do I have to go over? Yeah, it seems like there's an objective that I need to fulfill for the red ramp over there. Basically, any object that is red, guys, that's a mission. That's a mission waiting to be completed. Here we go. Very nice. Okay, I don't really understand how that counts as a donut. It went up to like 52%. I think I'm not supposed to collide with the red object that I'm trying to donut around. If I collide with anything else, then it's perfectly fine. I just drove towards it, and that somehow counted. Alright, ramp. You are going to lift me off. Yes, indeed. Jump over the rail, or the hill, I should say. Oh god, does that count? Yes, but now I'm out of bounds. Spin under the awning. I can do that. I will do that, good sir. Oh, good god. Can I backflip over the awning? Do I get bonus points for that? Here, we'll just do this right here. I do really like the art style, though. Like, it's so... It's minimalism, again. Very minimalist in design. There's something about the aesthetic that I really do like. You know what this reminds me of, actually? The art style kind of reminds me of Mirror's Edge. Like, most of the objects in that game were just white, but some of the important objects, like the ones you could grab onto, were highlighted in red. Like, most of the buildings were just untextured, and it mostly played around with colors, like solid colors. They used those as textures. Yeah, it's very similar to that now that I think about it. Drift under the pipes. There we go, we did that. Jump onto the roof. I don't know about that. That seems a little bit tricky. There we go, drift under the support. There's another GYMKHANA. Oh, I see. There's a little ramp right over here. Okay, maybe I can jump really high. Well, we'll do that in just a moment. Here, gotta get the perfect balance of speed. This might be good. Okay, stop it. Okay, there, we did it somehow. I mean, I hit the pipes on the other side. That kind of screwed me up, but I still managed to do it somehow. Wait, can I drive on these pipes? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, no. Am I stuck again? Well, I almost had it. I was gonna see if I could probably drive on the pipes. But I guess what we're gonna do instead is gonna get some height right here. Gonna jump really high. Do we have anything to do with the Ferris wheel? No? Fine then. Jump really high. And that's it. Okay, well, we did it. Land it. No, he still didn't land it. Here, land this one, please. God, it's like I can't control this car in the air at all. Yeah, this Ferris wheel we can't seem to do anything with. Okay, here's another Ferris wheel, actually. We have to donut around this one. Here, just collect this hidden object right here. There, found 2 out of 5. Gotta just donut around the wheel. Gotta perform a more rectangular donut. This is the way this is shaped. Ooh, don't collide with it, please. There we go. Very nice indeed. There, restore color to that, or I guess drain it of color. Spin in the corner. We'll do that. We'll do that. We already somehow managed to do it right here. Spin around. Gotta make sure not to get too far away from it, though. Otherwise, it won't count. There we go. 15 out of 23. Doesn't appear to be anything else we can do over here. Oh god, I just hit the side of that and I spun out. I don't believe you get anything for destroying all the bonus blocks in the area, though. No mission regarding that. Donut the pole. Yeah, okay. We'll do that then. Donut around the pole. There we go. Oh, very nice. We're getting into a little bit of a thing here. Wait, how is that not counting? How did that not count? I was like drifting around it. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to be like even closer to it? Okay, well, collect that in the meantime. Collect that little object. Okay, hang on a second. What happened exactly? Also, why did it suddenly reset for no reason? Okay, there we go. Well, it worked that time. Why not before? Why are so many features in this game so inconsistent? Yeah, let's try going over this way. Spin under the pipe. Is there a way that we can get over there? Yeah, okay. Just over here. Not by going off some ramp and performing some sick stunts, although I would have no problem with that. Here's the last object, right over here, that I have to collect. There we go. 17 out of 23 missions. Wait, drift under the structure. Let me try go do this first. There we go. Very nice indeed. Spin between the blocks. Right? I'll do just that, sir. Get it done for you. Okay, I gotta align myself here just so I make sure I don't hit the blocks. Alright, nice. Drain those of color, steal life from them, assimilate them, so that they become just like the other blocks. Here, we're gonna perform some assimilation on the lamp over here. Gotta get rid of the color here as well. Okay, again, it's not doing it. Excuse me, could you, like, actually work here? Thank you. Okay, there. It's kinda working now. There. Nice. Should have been giving me percentages before. So you know damn well I was doing that correctly, but you still weren't giving it to me because you just felt like being a jerk today. Right, there's only 3 missions left, so I'm gonna go back over this way. I think this is where the other missions were. What else did I have to complete over here? Oh god, I don't remember. Did I just go back the other way around? Yes, I did. What am I doing? I have no sense of direction. Here we are. Drift under the pipe. Oh god, hang on a second. Does this count? Okay, no, that doesn't count. Donut the generator. Okay, yeah, I think these are the last 3 missions. The last 3 missions are located in this area. Okay, that works. Spin under the pipe. Yeah, and then we'll go and get the generator last, and then after that we'll be done here, guys. There will be a little bit of a cutscene showing us lowering the bridge that leads to World 4. But we're not actually going to go to World 4 here, so we're just going to complete this. Okay, very nice. I can't see where my car is in that cloud of smoke. And lastly, we're going to perform a donut around this generator. A donut around this generator. God, why can't I not speak? Not speak at all. Can't use my words. Can't use my words correctly in the slightest. Oh, come on, 98%. Give it to me, please. Give it to me. Oh my god, don't collide with it, though. It's not what you want to be doing. Okay, again, I'm donutting around it. I'm donutting around it. Good word. Good word, especially since it has the word nutting in it. Yeah, I just drove into it and... Okay, I don't understand how that works at all. Lower the bridge, please. There we go. Being awarded for my hard work. Oh yeah, and I also unlocked a new car, that's right. Yeah, let's go to the garage then, really quickly, just to see what that is. What do we have now? Oh god, what is this? The missile? Bash bars, rising sun, more camo. Ooh, okay. I don't know what like, real-life vehicle this is based off of, but let's just see what this is all about. And by the way, I don't know what the difference is between all the different vehicles. They all seem to perform the same. At least to me it does. Have I already said that? I feel like I have, but in all seriousness though, it really doesn't feel like there's any difference between them. Oh, wait a second, actually. No, I'm definitely noticing a difference with this one. This one seems to have more top speed. Yeah, more acceleration, more top speed. Okay, yeah, this one is actually a lot faster. Nice, I do like more speed, but I don't know how much it's gonna help me in the way of drifting, because it tells me to do the exact opposite of that. Oh, smooth drift. Gonna be competing in the Formula Drift in no time, guys. Well, that gives me an idea then. I want to try getting some massive air here. Hang on. I'm gonna go back over this way, and then I'm just gonna charge. Just charge at the ramp. Gonna launch myself into low Earth orbit. Here we go, boys and girls. Check this out. Oh my goodness! Well, it doesn't seem like I got that much more air that time. Land it. Nice. Smoothest landing I've ever seen in my life. 1 million points awarded. Or at least that's what I feel like I deserve for that. It was amazing. Okay, well I think I'm done here, so I think I'm just gonna fly into the ocean now, guys. I'm just gonna fly right into the ocean. Or I'm just gonna slide on my head into the ocean. There we go. Yeah, what'll I get if I run into the paint thing? No, I kinda like that, actually. Yeah, it's basically Japanese colors, like red and white. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel like it really goes very well with that, actually. Nice color scheme. Actually, I'm kinda curious as to what this is. It just looks like a bunch of squares on a grid. What exactly is this? I don't understand. Oh wait, this almost looks like one of the alpha levels, actually. Yeah, this looks awfully similar to it. Oh, we're jumping between platforms. Oh, okay. Do we get any points for like jumping at all? No? Well, actually, that kind of gives me an idea then. Is it still possible to fail the level by falling off of it? Let's just see here, or does it reset me? Okay, no, it resets me. Like I said, in the old alpha version, it would just end the level immediately and you had to restart. Okay, I'm glad they fixed that though, because that was a little bit cheap. It was a little bit cheap the last time, but I'm glad you remedied that. I'm glad they patched that out. Wait, what do you mean my replay data was corrupted? Well, what exactly does that mean? Is it because I didn't finish the whole level? Maybe that's why? I don't know, I'm not a fan of when things get corrupted unless I'm deliberately corrupting it, so what the heck happened? Did all my replays get destroyed? I hope not. Oh, and I guess I should show off this before I truly end the video. So if you want to know what events mode is, it's just a place where you can play all of the levels that you've managed to unlock so far. So when you unlock a new world, all of the levels that are available in that world will also become available for play in the events mode. So you have the tutorial levels here, as you can see. You have all of the drift tracks. Yeah, we even have Tokyo here. Yeah, those are the ones I had just unlocked because I got to World 3 or World 4. Well, actually, I do have World 4 unlocked now, though, so shouldn't the other ones be unlocked as well, like the World 4 levels? Well, maybe they are, actually. Oh yeah, we also have Mountain Drift, Mount Hotaka, Mount Haruna. Yeah, then of course the Midnight Drift, which I guess are just like the Mountain Drifts, except they just take place at midnight. But yeah, all the levels that you have unlocked so far, you can just play them in events mode. I'm not sure if you can complete the event objectives in this mode though, but I don't really care about that for now. You also have access to your garage on the main menu, so you can go and customize your car from this menu too. So that's where I'm gonna leave things for now, guys. That is Absolute Drift Zen Edition, or like I said, just Absolute Drift if you prefer that as well. The game has definitely changed a lot since I played the alpha version 4 years ago. Lots of new content. It looks mostly the same as the original, though, in terms of art style. You still have, like, the minimalist Mirror's Edge type art style, where most of the objects are just white, some of the buildings have, like, different colors. The red objects are usually important ones, because they have to do with missions. I think this is one of those games where it has less to do with aesthetic and more about gameplay. The game is definitely difficult, though. It's pretty hard to strike the perfect balance between going into a full power slide and maintaining control of that power slide. I somehow managed to do it in one of the GYMKHANA levels. I did it pretty well. I got like a 25 times multiplier. Still not sure how I managed to pull that off, especially with a friggin' keyboard. I mean, the controls in this game are very minimal. You mostly just use the arrow keys. You have spacebar for the handbrake, but that's pretty much it. I mean, you can also press the enter key to restart a level immediately if you think you have screwed up. And of course, escape is to bring up the pause menu. But overall, I definitely like this new and improved version of Absolute Drift. The fact that it was co-developed by Flipfly was also kind of a surprise to me. The guy who made Race the Sun, I think it was the guy because, well, was it a one-man development team? I'm not entirely sure, but either way, the fact that it was one of the same developers really surprised me. Yeah, and I'm also just realizing now that I said Flippin'Fly at the beginning of the video. I meant to say Flipfly. That's the actual developer's name. That's the name of their indie studio. I'm sorry, I make mistakes sometimes. I'm only human, but anyway. Yeah, I really do like this new and improved version of Absolute Drift. The game has come a long way since its alpha days, and I'm glad to see where it's gotten. It's improved a lot over the past 4 years, for sure. The art style and gameplay may not have changed that much, but there's a vast wealth of new content, and I mean even more content was added ever since the Zen Edition update was released. It's great. I'm glad to see that this game managed to become a commercial product, because I saw a lot of potential in it when I first played the alpha version many years ago, so I'm really happy that Fun Selector Labs were able to realize this game's full potential. Good to see that the developers didn't just give up on the game, you know, they just didn't abandon it. It's nice to see whenever an early prototype from Game Jolt ends up becoming something more. It's also great to see it achieve moderate commercial success as well, because I think Absolute Drift was met with a considerable amount of commercial success, like maybe not through the roof, but last time I checked it had about 1,100 reviews on Steam, so I assume a fair amount of people must have purchased it. The amount of copies sold is probably within the 6-digit figures. Sometimes you can tell how many copies a game has sold by just looking at how many reviews it has on Steam. If it has 100,000 Steam reviews, then I think you can safely assume that it sold at least 1 million copies. Most of the reviews it gotten seem to be very positive. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a high enough user score to put it in the overwhelmingly positive category, which is a shame, because this game's freaking awesome. But you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. As I mentioned in the previous episode, different tastes for different people. I mean, not everyone's probably going to be interested in this, because I don't know how many people are interested in playing a driving game based around drifting. I'm not sure if that kind of driving game is in that high of a demand right now, but still, it's an interesting little game that I initially discovered many years ago. Glad to see where it's gotten now. You should definitely go and play it. It costs about $13 on Steam, at least if you live in Canada. If you live in the US, it's more like $11 or $12. Again, I envy you Americans, because everything is much cheaper for you on Steam, and I don't understand why. Stupid currency exchange rate. And as far as I know, this game is not available on other platforms. I think this is only available on PC, but I'm gonna go and check just to make sure. If it is available on other platforms, or if it does become available on other platforms in the future, then I'll be sure to link you guys to those platforms as well. As I mentioned before, that even though I'm personally a fan of PC gaming, I don't discriminate. If you prefer to play games on consoles instead, then, you know, you have every right to do so. I still think you're making an incredibly poor decision, but you do you. Anyway, thanks for watching as always, guys. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!